Hi guys, welcome to another Teach to Code with Mario. So today we're going to work on loops. Now in control statements, they definitely control if we go left or right. But sometimes we want to know what if there's 100 lefts and 100 rights we have to decide. So what we do is we use loops to reuse the code over and over and over again. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So we're going to start a new project. We're going to call it loop test. Alright, so let me straighten out my main method. Alright, so the first one we're going to explore is what's called a for loop. For int I. So the first part you actually declare a variable. Excuse me. And we're going to call this integer I. It's usually standard. Well, I is less than 10 is going to be our next statement. And then every time we run through the loop, we want to add 1 to I. I plus plus. So every time it's going to loop, let's say I is 0, right? It's going to come up, it's going to be 1. It's going to come up, it's going to be 2. All the way till it hits what? 10, right? Or does it have to be 11? In this particular case, it could be 10. Because 10 is less than 10 is going to be not true, right? Now, if we had less than or equal to, that'd be a whole different story. But we'll get into that now in a second. You'll be able to see with a simple print statement. So we do system.out.println. So you can print strings. We could print out something like this, just to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 9. So once it hit 10, it stopped the loop. Now, a better way to do this is just to print I. So we could also print this variable that comes from the loop. And there you go. Now if we put the equal to, what should we land on? We should have 11 numbers now, right? Good. 10 plus 0, 11. So you'll see you could put the equals then too. Another thing you could do is actually start this at 10. Say I until I is greater than 1. And then you decrement instead of increment. And we do I is equal to I minus 1. So this is a countdown. You'll notice we didn't get the 1, and we won't get the 1 unless we put the equals to, right? And then at the end of the loop, you could do something funny. Let's see, working inside and outside of the loop, that's basically, you have to be ready to do that kind of stuff. Because if I put blast off inside of the loop, I would break it. I used to do that all the time in school. My teacher would laugh at me. So 10 all the way down to 1, blast off. But yeah, if you put this inside of here, it's also going to be part of the loop. So this used to be a mistake, since I would put it inside of the curly braces. I'd make a really big error. Right? Because it's doing exactly what I'm telling it to. Print out I, print out blast off. Come back in, right? Because it's not 1 yet. I isn't 1, so it's going to keep iterating is what they say. I is your iterator. So, just a friendly suggestion, be careful with what you put in the loops. So now, what I want to show you is a while loop. So I'll use int j, and I'll set that equal to 0. And then what we say is while j is less than 10. We can do something system.out.println J. And then down here we have to make sure we increment. If we don't increment J, well, let me just show you. It's always fun to do this. You end up with an infinite loop of zeros. So you have to be careful because eventually the memory in your system isn't going to be very happy. So what we do, sorry, I thought I had copied and pasted it. I copied it. So we put J++. That'll increment J. It basically adds 1 to J. We got something weird there, right? Oh, that's the other number line we have there. So if we don't want to see the for loop, let's go ahead and comment it out. Or, I mean, I guess we don't even have to comment it out. What we could do is this, look. You could just put a little barrier or something. Okay. So there you have it. Do something a little sneaky here too. \n before and after. Okay, cool. So you'll see it works much in the same way, right? Now you could also set this to 10. You could flip it. Make sure you change it to 1 or 0. And then make sure you decrement, because otherwise you end up in an infinite loop. Now you might say, well, why do you want to use a while loop if you have the for loop, right? There's just certain times where a while loop will be more efficient. So, you know, it's hard for me to just tell you exactly when you'd want to execute it. Most of the time you really do find out when you're working with the code, you know. You start writing the method and it's something that, you know, you just want to constantly check throughout maybe the whole game or something, you know. You're going to use that while loop instead of the for loop. But essentially that's kind of the difference. So you guys definitely give me a like and subscribe on this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.